What's up? It's Nori from WPGC. I'm so excited because I have a very special guest sitting right next to me. Now, this man has graced the stage with some incredible talent, from Aretha Franklin to Fantasia to Kanye West to Stevie Wonder. I mean, the list goes on. He's been on some of the most largest stages right here in our beautiful Americas. Yeah. From BET to performing this Saturday with Keisha Cole. I mean, the list goes on of places that you've performed, and you're so humble and you're so approachable. How are you doing today?
I'm doing excellent. I'm in the DMV. I'm in Maryland, so I'm excited. I'm happy to be here.
I'm excited that you're here. I got a chance to really dive into your work. So getting a chance to listen to Neutral, that is your latest EP that is out, your debut EP that is out. Talk to me about this project and what it means to you.
Well, Neutral was essentially one of my passion projects. You know, being an artist, you go through different phases of life, experiences where you try to put that into your music, what you do. And Neutral was 100% something I've lived. And so I think because it came from a real and authentic place, it made it enjoyable but so easy to get in the studio, cut the records, write the songs. And so now that I'm in the phase of performing it, I'm so excited because performing is like my love language. And Neutral, you know, reflects Keeyen Martin up to this point, and I was just ecstatic to tell my story through these songs.
Well, you know, you are telling a story, a beautiful story, and I love that you sing in your falsetto. I love that you give us range and depth. And it seems like this project, Neutral, is very personal to you. This is what I realized off the bat. I said, Self, what church you go to? Because I knew you grew up in a church, but then when I heard your father's prayer, oh, my heart. So talk to me about the early beginnings of your career, and when did you know, like, oh my gosh, I can do this?
So definitely I attribute it to my mom and dad. That he's been a pastoring since longer than I've been up live. So I always grew up in church, Sunday school, vacation Bible school, choir rehearsal, usher board, you name it. But it was such a foundation that fortified me singing. And I remember maybe around kindergarten, I just felt like a desire to do this long term. Of course, I didn't know as a kindergartner what that looked like, but it was all around me. So I knew that this had to be something I was going to do forever. And so from just watching so many people in the church where, you know, especially the Southern Black church, you experience everything and then some as far as culture, as far as people, personalities, and it was just a joy to let all those experiences really culminate and cultivate who I am becoming as an artist and musician, you know. But church definitely, I think, was one of the greatest teachers because it taught me how to sing anything. My grandma was the type of grandma, you got to be able to stand flat-footed and sing it, you know, whether it's a mic, no mic, a musician or no musician. And, you know, it's a thrill to presently be in this moment where I can retrace my steps and my journey, and it really started in church. So I'm forever a church kid, forever.
Well, you know what? I think when you have that foundation, you go so far. You're able to accomplish so much. I mean, in a very short amount of time, you have, like I said, been on some of the most mainstream stages that people wish and dream, performed on stages with some of the most iconic people, which means you iconic.
Hey,
you feel me?
Yes.
So, you know, when you are setting the stage, when it is time for you to perform, what is that mindset? What is setting the stage look for you? What do you envision the audience receiving?
Well, for me, it starts simply from, I like to go to my own place of zen, a place of just relaxing. Like, my close friends and team know that I don't really require too much. It's just, hey, just give me my little quiet time, because I really count it an honor as a performer, as an artist. I know that this is a very intimate moment, an exchange, if you will, and I want to just be in tune right where I need to be so I can deliver my best. I feel like it's no different from any of us and our different passions, our different avenues, we want to give it from the heart. And I've learned over the years, the heart reaches the heart, the spirit reaches the spirit. So I always try to just be at a place of zen when I'm doing that. And when I'm on stage, it feels like I am the best version or the most powerful version of myself, if that makes sense, because I feel like I'm 100% operating in my gift and my talent. And I just want that experience to be joy. I want it to be love. I want it to be a moment where people can receive from me like, wow, he's pouring out his heart up here with these lyrics. Let me interpret them and apply them, hopefully in whatever positive way it can be applicable to their lives. So I really value that ability to perform.
And this isn't something that you just, did at church. Okay, I want to do this. This is something that you actually are skilled at. You're a Morehouse man, and you are bilingual.
Yes, yes.
Okay, give us some Spaniola stuff.
Some Española. Me llamo Keeyen. ¿Cómo va tu día? Esta día es muy hermosa.
I was going to say, I just heard much. I think you said my name is.
Yes.
I know a little bit. No, I don't know much. But thank you for that. When you're not on stage, you are inspiring the youth. You're encouraging the youth, and you've touched so many people. Your music touches so many people. But what does it mean to you to be able to share your gift with others that are coming up that want to be like you when they grow up?
Wow, that is, I think, the rudiment, the bedrock, if you will, of my purpose is to, as the old church folks will say, we blessed to be a blessing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And genuinely, when I teach kids and youth and just people in the community, I always see myself in them. And, I remember being that kid that was looking for a teacher, a mentor to learn from, somebody to give me guidance. So I really count it an honor to be in this position now where I can teach them. And what is really cool too, and it's funny, a lot of the times you go in, for instance, I'm teaching a voice class or a songwriting class, but you end up becoming a big bro, a mentor, a listening ear. And all those experiences, I realize more and more as a young man now, life is truly a circle. Like, we're all given these skills, these talents, these opportunities to be able to extend it to somebody that is behind us, and it's something that I value. And so the more that these opportunities come around, I embrace them and I give everything I have. And it seems like they're nonstop, and I welcome that. But I really believe that at the end of the day, every great gift, it comes with a great responsibility, and I want to do everything to honor my responsibilities, specifically with my capacity teaching and working with youth in music.
Well, I know that you're doing that. You are from the Carolinas,
yes,
which I think is wonderful. So not only are you touching people in the Carolinas at home, but again, you are touring and you're just touching people all across the country. When you leave home and you go and you do and you get a chance to represent where you're from, how has being from the Carolinas influenced your sound, influenced your music, influenced how you interact with people? Because it got a little southern twang to it as far as the hospitality and how you carry yourself. What has been your experience?
Well, everybody that knows me personally, and even people that don't, they know that I love talking. I love meeting people. I can just spend hours talking to anybody, and that stems from I remember my grandparents, they stayed in a country town called Huntersville, North Carolina, that when I was a little boy, it was literally, he lived across from a farm, and he had some farm animals from time to time, but it was like a dirt road to get there, and I would just watch him wave and speak to people. It would take us forever just to get out because he would be talking to everybody. But I find, particularly now as an artist, that type of interaction, it really is meaningful to people that support you, to people that are fans, to people that listen and purchase their music. And I've always loved it when I would meet artists that I look up to and they actually take time, to talk. So I really value, probably more than anything, is in whatever way I can, interacting with people, loving on people, because we never know how talking to somebody, it may lift their spirits, it may encourage them. And so that definitely has become a huge part of my artistry. I am a Southerner to the core. That soul comes from the Carolinas, that heart comes from the Carolinas, and I love some good Southern food, soul food that comes. So I feel like all throughout my artistry, you'll always get that those remnants of the good old North Carolina loving and soul. Yeah.
Well, you are definitely giving us soul. So this Saturday, July 8th at Rams Head Live, you are performing, opening on the stage for Keisha Cole. Congratulations. That is so awesome. And then you're going to be in New York.
Yes.
So these performances are coming fast.
Yes, they are.
Talk to us about what can we expect this weekend, this Saturday at Rams Head Live with your performance. And then also, how are you liking being on the road?
Well, for starters, this Saturday, I'm honored because Keisha Cole is like one of the pivotal artists I remember of when I was in middle school, going to high school. I mean, just killing R&B. So it's a joy to have this full circle moment, to be able to love on her and open her show. And they're actually going to get some of my first few performances of performing neutral. So I'm excited to, debut all of that here in the beautiful, beautiful place of Maryland and the DMV area. And also, I think with being on the road for me, it's really fun because you always get to meet new people, and that being something that I love to do, you get to try new culture, get to see different cities, how they move. I'm a huge lover of communities too. So when I was riding over here, I was asking one of my friends, like, okay, so tell me about this area, tell me about this town. And my dear sis and publicist of the world, mogul of the world, Ashley France, she was educating me of like the different counties and all that. And so for me, when I travel and I'm on the road, I just really love that history, that culture. I love getting good food, just having a great time. So I actually love being on the road.
I love that. I love that. So Neutral is out now. That is your EP. Make sure you download it. It is amazing. I got a chance to really digest it, and I have truly enjoyed your body of work. You have some other work that's out too, and some collaborations and some features. So you are out here. You outside. For those that want to continue to stay in contact with you, what is your contact information, social media, all the good stuff?
Yeah, it's very simple. It's all my first and last name, KeeyenMartin. That's Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. My website, KeeyenMartin.com. I'm very reachable, so I would love for y'all to tap in with me so I can tap back in with you. And we outside. We outside.
We outside. Thank you so much. I appreciate you rocking with me today. It's Nori from WPGC.